Good day and welcome to the Sport Rep Show. This is your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, updating you on the latest sports news within and beyond Namibian borders. And now for your latest on the hit list. And here we have good news about the Okapsha Annual Tournament. The 5th Okapsha Annual Tournament will take place, that is at the 11 Morning Sports Field in Ondangwa from 21 to 24 December. 2 soccer competitions are taking place over the 4 days, a veteran soccer competition and a youth tournament. Helauna Fiti Legends are the current champions of the veteran soccer competition, while Windhoek's Mandindi FC are the current Okapsha Annual Soccer Tournament youth champions. The cost of registration is 1,000 per team. The first prizes are 12,000, which includes 18 gold medals, a floating trophy and a soccer kit. Second place prizes are 6,000, which also includes a soccer kit, and the third place prize are 3,000, which includes 18 bronze medals. The Veteran Soccer League is exclusively available to 35 years old of players and older. Before going on to the field, these players will be asked to submit their national ID. Veteran Soccer registration cost 800 Namibian dollars. This weekend also saw the Women's Super League taking action, which was indeed an important milestone. The weekend saw exciting football matches take place at the FNB Women's Soccer League kickoff in the capital. All matches were played at the Unam Stadium, with Saturday featuring matches between V-Power Angels and Nast Babies. V-Power Angels won the match 4-2. They could have managed more goals, but the team squandered goal-scoring opportunities, which did not please their coach, Risto Shikomba. Ongo's ladies won 2-0 against Eros Ladies. Everyone feels that this tournament and this season is going to produce a thrilling matchups between the teams who are ready to take on, that is the likes of Tura Magic FC that have been doing well, Girls and Goals, and Commerce Nampol FC that has as well been doing well in this competition. So we will wait and see what this one is going to produce throughout the season. Of course, there won't be any matches this coming weekend, given that there is a big one, which is the Hagegane Cup. That will be a match between African Stars and Chula Chula. I'm sure every eyes will be clinched on this one because it is a big one in Namibian football. However, the Women's Super League will resume, that is the other weekend, with more action taking place. And now on to some different sports news, which is the self-defense. Copra Self-Defense Group in Walvis Bay organized a no-cost event to celebrate International Women's Self-Defense Day on Saturday. The event turned out to be a success, with the main objective being to advocate for female empowerment and self-protection globally. A group of 15 women attended the event. Rayla Grange was the lead instructor, with several black belts in different disciplines to his name. Chris Prophet and that is Rachel van der Westhuizen, both certified instructors at an international level, were also part of this one. And now on to the next one. We do have Ims Moses was earlier in here. That is for an interview about boxing, and he feels like boxing promoters should actually work together in order to bring harmony into the game. He believes that Namibian boxers should actually challenge each other more rather than always seeking, that is, neighboring boxers for bouts. He is also pleading, that is, with the corporate world to bring about sponsorships, as he feels that there has been actually an unfairness towards some boxing stables that are still operating without sponsors. Here is what Ims Moses had to say. Ims, welcome. I'm sure that it was indeed a good weekend where we witnessed boxing here inside the country. That was the Kinder Promotions boxing event. Well, how did you assess this one?
No, this was actually a good show in terms of developing upcoming boxers that are entering the professional rank. And I think Namibia have a lot of talent, and we will still go back and say all we need is all the promoters to get sponsorship, especially the promoter that those who've been consistent in good time and bad time, whether there's money or not, they never stop promoting boxing. So I think the talent is there. Even the Saturday fight at Wanderers that was under Kinder Promotion, where I was also involved assisting Kinder to make sure that everything runs smooth. So we discover a lot of good talents from different clubs. And I think I'm looking forward to say it will be a very good move if we start having all these fighters fighting each other from different clubs. And also to make sure that promoters must be able to compete against each other here in the country, because Namibia have got more quality boxers compared to countries like Zimbabwe, Tanzania, South Africa. So whenever the Namibian boxers are fighting each other, there is always good action, and the people start loving our local fighters. So I think we just need to put more effort, and of course to encourage the corporates to come on board. So whenever they get involved in boxing, they must make sure that they actually really follow the procedures and see who are the people involved in the sport, who are the people that really have the interest of boxing at heart. Because number don't lie, and then if you've been following boxing, you can see that all these promoters, they have been doing well, and of course we just need to fund them, and that's what is needed for boxing. Especially from my side of AC boxing, I have set a record. I've been doing boxing for the past 8 years as a promoter without a sponsor, and I've been consistent doing 3 fights a year, 2 fights a year. We've been involved international, making sure that the boxing is at the level to be able to compete with the Americans. So we can only get good results if we can set our foundation right, and that's to invest, because boxing is quite costly, even though it's not that too much expensive. But if you have an assistant financially, it makes life easy for the promoter to do events. And you also discourage the boxers if they can fight ever after 2 months, then it will also help them, because now the challenge that we have is the funds, where you find a boxer who is now upcoming and you only have like 2 fights a year. That's really less, and I think those boxers at the age of 20 to 21, they're supposed to fight like 4 times a year or to 5 times a year, because the more they're active, they will also improve their skill level. And that will also build the interest of boxing in the country, and I think that's really the thing that we need to focus come 2024. Right. And the unity of promoters, I think I need people to work together for the benefit of the sport. We don't need to like each other like this and that, but the business of boxing must not be affected just because there are people that don't want to be close to each other. But at the end of the day, that can be done also if the boxing commission set up good rules that force promoters to work together in terms of competition, especially when it comes to the national championship, because those are championships that are being run by the commission. So if the boxer from this table is now qualified to fight this, it's now for the commission to push and say this fight must happen, because they are part of this program. I think that's all I can say. Mm-hmm. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Ames. We're looking forward to hearing more plans from you. I'm sure that will come in due course as well, where we hear from the AC boxing and the year and all that. But thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Well, we hope to see you in Studio Ames to outline the plans that is for next year. We know that 2023 is about to reach its end, and we hope to see that some of those wishes will come true, as Namibian boxers are talented and have to be given the opportunity with sponsorship and all. Well, speaking of other news, this was a celebratory scene that is at the Wanderers Sports Club as they hosted one of their top events. This video was contributed, that is by Andrew Pullman, who was there.
Jack Tron, congratulations. Can you tell us how much this award means to you?
It's one of the most privileged awards to win for Wanderers, so I'm extremely joyous to be able to win this. This is, like I said, this is where home is, so being able to win this again is really awesome. It's really, yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so you maybe didn't play for Wanderers as much as you would have liked to, but you had a good season for the Velvichas, going to the World Cup and all that. So can you tell us about how much it meant to you to go to the World Cup and something that you take from the World Cup?
Yeah, like you said, I played for the Velvichas most of the season, but when I had the chance, I came back home, played 2 games for Wanderers, which is awesome. Playing for Velvichas is a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of experience there and a lot to learn. Going to the World Cup is just another step. There's a lot going on, rugby is so much better. It's a totally different area. Learning a lot from each and every player you played against, and with every exercise we had, training session we had, learning a lot from my competitors and teammates, so being able to experience that is so awesome.
The Champions League, we've got the favourites, and if they're on song, well, they'll give us a bit of everything to enjoy. Oh, that's wonderful!
And that is what champions do!
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works the space well, and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary! Oh.
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
And now on the spotlight, Namibia's Jeremiah Nakathila returned today from the USA after he fought and lost to Tito Mercado. The boxer continues to remain hopeful and says that retirement is not part of the plan. Here is an in-depth interview with the boxer. Well, Loki, welcome back. I'm sure it has been a long flight from the United States of America after that defeat to Tito Mercado. But yes, you're back in one piece. So just tell us your experience in the USA.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jesse. No, I'm happy to be back. I just want to take also this opportunity to thank my team, to thank my promoter, Nesta Tobias, to thank our sponsors, MTC, and our co-sponsor, PST Bet. No, without them, without our sponsor, no, we couldn't be at this level, or we couldn't fight to reach at this level. They help us a lot. That's why now we have all this opportunity to go fight in the state. Yeah, so coming back to the fight, you know, so I'm not happy with what happened. But I learned something. So in boxing, so most of the times we learn, so and we keep learning, so that's why we can improve much better. And whatever that result, you know, I lost that fight, so I feel like the referee was too fast to stop that fight, and it really make me feel bad. I wish I could given given a chance to proceed, but he stopped the fight, so we can't do anything about that.
Yes, when you stepped into the ring, by the first round, I must be sure that you would have felt the power of Tito Mercado. But what made you still continue moving so closer to him and taking the fight that early on?
Yeah, so the first round went well. I was not bothered by Tito's power. None of his anything in the first round that bothered me. So that's why I was in, and I was so confident to win this fight until the referee, saw it. Maybe I know at some point I was hurt, but not to that extent. So but I learned something from that.
Yes, Loki, it is probably the second time where you feel like there has been injustice done by the referee in terms of stopping the fight while you feel you could still continue. Look, going forward, what could you probably have learned from this one?
Yeah, I've learned something which me and my team saw. I think we didn't pick it up earlier, the first fight, let me say the first fight, but now we saw something that we are going to iron, and then so these two losses, I think they make me more hungry to win. I'm telling you right now, who is the next opponent, I'm hungry for a win, and I'm gonna make sure the next for the next fight, my opponent will suffer.
Yes, look, we are here, and obviously people don't appear different on TV. I wanted to know, was there any physical difference between you two in terms of the height, in terms of the muscles?
Yeah, it was a bit taller, a bit big. Just also to say, this fight I went up. I didn't fight at my normal weight, which is lightweight. I went to fight at the super lightweight. So he was a bit big and taller, but that's not an excuse. I was ready for him.
Yes, you were ready for him indeed. Well, the second round came, that knockout came. Is there anything that you feel you could have avoided in terms of how the punch was and how it caught you, which was really not so convincing from the eye?
Yeah, definitely. I felt I made somehow I made a mistake. I supposed to protect myself and come in, but I didn't do that. I was a bit on the ropes, and then he was throwing the punches. So I think that one of the mistakes that I did, I could just protect myself and then maybe coming close to him, either to hold him or something like that. But I remained on the ropes, and I think that was caused the fight.
One of the problems. Well, the atmosphere in the ring as the bout of the night, how was it?
No, it was good. It was one of good attendance. I think Tito Mercado, I think is more marketed there. Looking at the venue, it was full, and so me fighting at that level and main part of the evening. So I'm proud of myself achieving that. We went there. Some of the boxers, they are from there, but they can't even be main bout. But at least I was a main bout, so it was good.
Well, that's very important, and you have been securing these US fights, and now again you went there. Would you still want to go back there after these losses?
Definitely. For me, I want to secure a win again in the US. I won there before, and then again after these two defeats, I would like to win a fight there. So I'm more hungry to win a fight there. I will not hesitate being told that I'm going to fight there. So for me, just to prepare, iron what I have to iron with my team, and I will still be ready to go.
It was not the Namibians' day on international borders. But speaking of international borders, Ariogat is up next with the latest international news. Stay tuned.
We've always had the bravery
to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It is the ATP finals, men's finals, still ongoing in Italy at the moment. Top 8 players in the world competing in that 2 groups of 4, and the top 2 in each group will go through to the final or to the semi-finals and then the finals. Still group stages at the moment, and a big result for Alexander Zverev. He's from Germany. He's number 7th seed in the lineup of 8. He beat number 2 seed Carlos Alcaraz in his group. He beat him by 6-7, 6-3 and 6-4. And Alexander Zverev of Germany, he's had previous success at the ATP finals, and he won that tournament in 2018 and 2021. Also in his group, it's Daniil Medvedev of Russia beat Andrei Rublev, also of Russia. He beat him by 6-4 and 6-2, and a good result for Daniil Medvedev. In the other group of the ATP finals, it is Novak Djokovic, number 1 seed. He had a good start. He had his first win of the tournament when he beat Holger Rune. So he's the player to beat probably in the ATP finals. It is Novak Djokovic, currently the world number 1, and he also won the title 6 times previously. He's also the defending champion of the ATP finals. Continuing international sports news with cricket news, and it is South African captain Themba Bavuma that looks to be fit to play on Thursday. That is in the second semi-final of the ICC Cricket World Cup. That's the 50-over World Cup being played in India. The first semi-final will be New Zealand that play against India on Wednesday. And on Thursday it will be South Africa playing against Australia. Themba Bavuma, they had a full training session. He had a hamstring challenge a few days ago, but he seems to be fit to be able to play on Thursday. Also, the fitness of Lungi Ngidi, the fast bowler, is being assessed. He had a foot injury, and it is not sure if he'll be able to play on Thursday. Also from the Australian side, it is players coming back as well. It is Mitchell Marsh that was away because of personal reasons, and he came back with a great innings against Bangladesh, scoring 177 unbeaten runs. So he's ready for Thursday's semi-final. Then also Glenn Maxwell, he rested the game against Bangladesh because against Afghanistan he batted for the whole innings, almost the whole innings, and he scored 201 runs unbeaten, and he battled a lot with cramps. But he also indicated, or Australia indicated, that he will be fit for Thursday's important semi-final. And to conclude today's international sports news, some soccer news, and it is the Saudi Arabian League, the Pro League, that continue to try and sign high-profile players from the English Premier League. One of the players being targeted in the January transfer window is a Manchester United player, Jadon Sancho. He's 23 years old, and it is reportedly that Juventus is also interested in Sancho, and it is a Sancho that plays for England. He's an international player, and it is Manchester United that reportedly said that they're not ready to let him go, but there's a January transfer window, and the Saudi Arabian League has been known to give or to offer lots of money for English Premier League players, so we'll see how that develops. Also on the soccer front, it is Brazilian forward Neymar that is continuing to recover from a knee injury. It seems like he will still be out for at least 6 months. He had a very serious injury on his knee. He ruptured his anterior crucial ligaments and also his meniscus, and he had surgery, and that was in Brazil's World Cup qualifying game against Uruguay a few months ago. Uruguay won that game by 2-0. It is Al Hilal that signed Neymar in the Pro League. Al Hilal paid almost $100 million for him to come over, and because of injuries only played 5 games and will be injured for quite some while still. That's the international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Win a double trolley dash in our birthday bonanza while saving on these. Get 750-gram Nola Street Style Mayo for $27.99. 1 liter Clover New Mel for just $15.99. 500-gram Bacomo cornflakes for just $29.99. 2 times 1.25 litre Coca-Cola for $24.99 and 5 kg Top Score Super Maize for $59.99. See the details of our incredible double trolley dash competition at www.vurmanbrock.com.
Well, that is all we had for you today. Goodbye.